Hey there, are you ready to see how I remove lobster tails from their shells? These are wild lobster tails that I'm going to be smothering in tomato sauce. First, rinse the lobster tails thoroughly. Use a sharp scissors to cut straight down the middle in the front as well as on the back shell. Gently pull the two shells apart to release the lobster tail. How easy was this? And never throw away the lobster tails because these are great for making seafood stock. Another way to remove the lobster meat from the shell is cut down the sides of the thinner shell and then pulling it off. Then you can gently lift the lobster tail. This can be a little bit tricky if you're not careful. And the third way is that you could boil the lobster tail and then cut the shell off. I'm not showing you that today, but that's also an easy way if you're looking to have a pre-cooked lobster tail. Now that I have all the shells removed, I give them a good rinse, and these are going to be used in the seafood stock. If you do have some shrimp shells, you could also add it to the lobster tails. You'll need a few standard aromatics like roughly chopped onion, a few cloves of garlic. You could add more or less depending on your taste bud. You'll also need one medium-sized celery stalk, roughly chopped, and just a few stems only from fresh parsley. I also like to add in a broadleaf thyme, also known as Cuban oregano. Heat a few tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Saute the onions and celery, adding garlic, Cuban oregano, and the parsley stems. I like to pinch a little bit of tomato paste. It makes a huge difference in the stock. Add in the lobster tails. If you happen to have shrimp shells, this is a good time to add it in. Give it a good mix and let it cook until it's slightly caramelized and no longer translucent. Pour in 6 to 7 cups of water. Give it a good stir, scraping up all of that beautiful brown bits that was on the bottom of the pot. That's good flavor. Add in a few peppercorn and let this simmer 30 to 45 minutes. I use a kitchen thong to remove the shells first so I don't make a royal mess when I strain the stock. Strain the stock over a fine mesh strainer. Be sure that the jug is heat proof. Now you can elevate the flavor of any of your seafood dish with this homemade seafood stock. You can keep the stock in the refrigerator for 3 days or freeze for a longer period.